Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope that you took some time to work on the Whirlpool commercial yesterday and you've done a fully in-depth analysis of it. I know that you had time to kind of compare your answers to the Budweiser commercial and see, how well you did, how close your answers were to mine, and whether or not you did an in-depth analysis or not. So hopefully you took a look at now the Whirlpool commercial and you added a lot more information and you made sure that it was a lot more detailed. I'm going to go through my answers for the Whirlpool ad now. So if you're not quite done analyzing the right side of the paper, don't watch this yet, okay? Take some time, really finish your answers first, and then compare it to this after. Like I said with the commercial yesterday, no learning is going to be done if all you do is wait for this video to come out and copy my answers. Because then when it comes time to you having to do this for an assessment, so something that's going to get graded, whether it's an assignment like this or a test, you're going to panic and go, I don't know how to do this because all I've been doing is copying Ms. Forsyth's answers. So make sure you take the time right now, you look over your sheet and you go, okay, I think I'm ready to compare my answers to hers. Okay, so let's take a look. What you should have been watching is the Whirlpool ad, this specific one with the boy and the dad, and how, again, it's kind of similar to the Budweiser commercial in that it tells a story that has nothing to do with the product itself. So let's take a look at some of the things. The first thing we notice is the ad appeals. So there, again, two very strong, obvious ad appeals are emotional appeal. And I know this because the song You Are My Sunshine is a familiar song to many people. It reminds us of when we're young and had a loved one to sing it to us. So that song playing the whole time is definitely emotional appeal. And then also the story going on between the dad and the son makes another ad appeal, love your family and friends. Interesting how both are the same ad appeals as the Budweiser commercial, which is a totally different product. And I know that it's love your family and friends because the dad is showing how much he loves his son by leaving notes everywhere. So that's my proof. That's a really full, in-depth analysis for ad appeals. Now when I take a look at point of view, or the different camera angles being used, I know that the point of view of the story is kind of bouncing between the dad and the son. Sometimes we get to see what the dad is up to, then we get to see what the son is doing. So it's mostly eye level for that storytelling. There's a lot of high angles, and these high angles are usually on the notes when Andy's on the bus, and they're showing how small and insignificant the notes look. It's just something that's there, something little that his dad is doing for him. It's really not that important. It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of a cute thing that his dad does for him. But then there's the low angle on the dad when he reads the note from his son, and this makes him look like a hero. That one single note really showed the dad what he's been doing has paid off, and his son really appreciates him, and he really is a hero, which is nice to see. So we know that those are the important camera angles that really convey our point of view and what's happening in the ad. Then we have position. So these are notable frames, or anytime we saw the logo or important parts that were conveying the message that Whirlpool wants for us. So there were lots of close-ups on the notes, and oh yeah, that should say and. So you can read what they say. There's also close-ups on the dad and son's faces, so you can see the emotion in their eyes when they read the notes. So obviously the notes are something important in the commercial. There's also the medium shot when the dad is leaning on the kitchen counter reading the note, and that's the picture in the previous slides. If you want to take a look at that again, that's an important medium shot. Also, the Whirlpool logo can be seen in many of the scenes where the dad's in the kitchen. It's on the oven, the fridge, the dishwasher, the microwave, and the fridge again, in that order. I even might think the washing machine and dryer might be Whirlpool, but I didn't see the logo in any of those scenes. But if you found them, let me know. This acts as a constant reminder, but it's subtle, that Whirlpool is helping the dad do everything. It never actually says, hey, look at how good this oven is, or look at how cold this fridge goes, or this new technology that helps the microwave work better. It doesn't ever talk about any of that. It's just showing how the dad is trying to be a good dad, and he's using these things to go the extra mile for his son, whether it's packing him a lunch or making him cookies or doing the laundry. So keep an eye on that. I think I even circled it there in the red. Very subtle, but it's there. For posture, we can assume that the father is a single dad because there's no other parent in the commercial. He's making the food, cleaning the house, working, all at the same time. He's doing the job that both parents would do. He's doing everything. He looks busy, tired, he yawns at the start, and makes mistakes because he has so much to do. He kills the fish, burns the cookies. So we know that the dad is kind of trying his best, but he's overwhelmed. I'm assuming a typical single dad where he's doing everything and just trying to be a good dad at the same time. But then you have the son that's this typical happy-go-lucky kid who seems shy, quiet. Even with the scene with the girl where his dad goes talk to her and he goes, how did he know? And gets all bashful and shy. He also plays baseball and basketball. So a very typical kid. There's nothing really unordinary about him. So we have a very kind of typical standard family, which means that anyone can relate to this ad. Then we have person speaking. And two things are happening here. We have the song playing, but then we also have the voiceover with the dad. So the You Are My Sunshine, which in this ad is sung by Johnny Cash, is a really familiar song for most of us, which triggers our emotions. It also works as a big crescendo at the end of the commercial, showing how much the son loves his dad, where he gets that note in the freezer that says, thanks, Dad, love, Andy. And we get kind of that hero moment where the dad realizes it's all worth it. Also the voiceover. So this is where the dad's talking at the beginning and tells you, about all the mistakes he's making. It's a nice contrast to the ad because it shows all the things that he's doing for his son. We know that the dad is trying to be a good father and he doubts if he's doing the job well enough. Then we get that confirmation at the end when the note from the son says, thanks, Dad. We get to see how confident and happy the son is after he reads each note. So we know that the dad is doing a good job and that his son is okay and he doesn't have to worry because his son really has the confidence and motivation to do well and be happy because of his dad. What does the Whirlpool commercial tell you about Whirlpool? What's the theme? What's the big message here? Because we never actually see Whirlpool. It's just kind of there being used by the dad for his son. So the commercial is telling us that Whirlpool is always there to help. It was helping the dad cook, do the dishes, prep the food, do the laundry. It tells us that for busy people who are also trying to be good parents, Whirlpool will make it easier for them because they don't have to worry about Whirlpool messing up. It's human error. The technology, right? The microwave, the fridge, the oven, they're going to work. You can guarantee that they're going to work every time. But, Dad, you might mess up. But don't worry. We'll get the cookies right next time. You just have to remember to take them out of the oven. So it's really showing you that in order to be a good parent, you need these things in your house because they'll be there, they'll work, and you can count on them. And that's the beauty of the ad. So that's kind of the full in-depth analysis. Again, compare these answers to yours. See, maybe you improved since last time and you've made, some more detailed answers. And then that's it for today. Tomorrow is when you'll be working on the short paragraph. If you want to think about what you would say in it today, definitely, but don't actually start the paragraph until tomorrow. And then I can come on in a video and quickly explain the paragraph a little bit more. But it's basically just asking you to compare and contrast the Whirlpool and Budweiser commercials. What are some similarities? What are some differences? And then make sure that you talk about the biggest similarity between the two and why. So that's on the menu for tomorrow. If you want to start thinking about it today, that's great. And then tomorrow, once you finish the paragraph, I would love to read them. So if you could send it my way, that would be great. So I can see that you have done the work, but also that you're actually making the analysis and you're comfortable with it. And that way, when we're back at school on Monday, you're not freaking out going, oh no, I don't know how to analyze ads. Okay, so if you have any questions or concerns or you want to send your work my way, I'm free. Please send it so I can read it and help you out, because otherwise I'm just waiting for emails all day. So give me something to do. Okay, thanks so much. Bye, you guys. Take care.